Did you know that Tobias Harris only puts up stats and has good games against bad NBA teams? Not sure if you ever noticed that. Huh. The Sixers played the Pistons last night. Tobias Harris had himself a game. Hmm. What does that make the 76ers? I don't know. We're going to talk about it. Sixers, Eagles updates. Maybe a guess, maybe not. We'll see. And a special Halloween edition of Trending in the AMs live in 30 seconds.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 woo!
And a very good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trending in the AM right here on the all-new STT Sports Network. We're live, YouTube and Twitter. Make sure you do me that favor wherever you're watching. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that share. Turn the notifications on. Do it all. Do one. Do whatever it is that you crazy people do to help spread the word and get people to find this channel, which I personally think is better than all the other channels. So make sure you help me out, guys, with that like, subscribe, share. Greatly appreciate it. We got lots to talk about today, guys. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel, at Bearded Knowledge on all social media platforms. That is how or where you find me. Sixers lose last night. Yep, that's right. Sixers lose last night. Go figure. To the Detroit Pistons, to Tobias Harris-led Detroit Pistons. We're going to talk about it. We're going to bitch about it. We're going to do what we do about the Sixers here. We're also going to talk Eagles. I got some identity and Eagles things to discuss, some interesting stats to go over. It is Halloween. We have a little fun in store for you as well today on Halloween. But guys, Sixers lose 105-95 last night. 105-95. Just let that sink in. That score last night. The Sixers were down 20 plus at one point in the game last night. This Sixers team, as I said yesterday, when you are talking about a team missing Joel Embiid and Paul George, you expect them to struggle at times. But this team was supposed to be so much better this year, the ancillary pieces, so that when Joel Embiid and Paul George missed time, that they wouldn't miss a beat. And we're realizing already, and I know it's only 4 games, and I know there's a lot of new pieces here, but guys, let's be honest. The Sixers stink. This team is a bad team. And it's doom and gloom 4 or 5 games into the season already, in my opinion. The Sixers are not a good basketball team without Joel Embiid and without Paul George. And we don't know when those guys are going to come back. I would fully expect Paul George to be back on their next game on Saturday. He looked like he was pretty close to being ready last night. Would have been surprised if maybe he did even play last night. Joel Embiid, who knows? And we still, yet again, are getting no transparency from Sixers management, from the organization. Nick Nurse is going to quit because of all the questions. You know, you have Howard Eskin, and I've criticized Howard Eskin many of times on many of occasions, the way he handles things. But let's just be honest. He asked the question, the hard question yesterday. Basically asking Nick Nurse, what is up? And Nick Nurse tried to blow him off. But Howard Eskin, being Howard Eskin, and the way he feels towards the Sixers organization, followed it up and tried to not let Nick Nurse off the hook, even though Nick Nurse continued to just ignore him the best he can. And it's kind of crazy that we can't get any answers, that we can't get any information on the Sixers and what's going on. We just can't. There's literally no information on what is going on with the Sixers at this point. And it's pretty pathetic. What's up, Tech? How you doing this morning? Hope you're well. Still waiting for people to get in the chat and join the conversation today. Don't know what's going on Twitter. There's literally nobody watching on Twitter right now. Something's off on the Twitter side. Not sure what it is. Anyway, I do the cold opening monologue, and I said, you only get good Tobias Harris outings against bad basketball teams. Okay? Bad basketball teams. That's when Tobias Harris goes off. Tobias Harris had 18 points, 14 rebounds, an assist, and a block last night in 35 minutes. That's a pretty solid. That's his best stat line since he's joined the Pistons this year. What does that make the Sixers if Tobias Harris goes off on bad teams and went off last night? What does that make the Sixers? They lost the rebound battle, 49-37 last night. Again, I know Joel Embiid's not out there. I know Paul George is not out there. But tell me something about last night's game that makes you think that this Sixers team that plans on only playing Joel Embiid 40, 45 games is going to be any good. Good morning. Tobias Embiid is out of PTO days. Show up to work. Yeah, man. PTO days, man. You just show up whenever you want, right? Exactly. What's up, Peanut? How you doing today? Merry Hollow Thankmas. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Christmas starts tomorrow, right? Isn't that the way it pretty much goes? Tomorrow's the official start of the Christmas season. I was watching TV last night, and there were Christmas commercials already, Christmas shopping commercials. I'm just like, oh, my God, here we go, Peanut. But, yes, happy Halloween. 6-foot Kyle Lowry on Tobias Harris. I didn't even see Kyle Lowry try to guard him. I won't lie. I tuned in and out of the game multiple times last night. I just zoned out multiple times. And I was flipping through the channels at halftime, and I found some show on a Discovery. It wasn't Discovery, but it was like one of Discovery's secondary channels. It was about, catching drug smugglers at Colombian airports. Like that was more entertaining than the Sixers game last night. And I'm like, oh shoot, halftime ended 20 minutes ago, and I forgot to switch back. That's how bad it was last night. Let's have a good, safe show with good value. Well, we always have good value here. Let's talk Eagles, man. Sixers are tired. We can talk Eagles today. I got lots of Eagles content that I want to cover today as well, for sure. I will switch the conversation to Eagles talk if you say something nice about Jalen Hurts. Say something positive about Jalen Hurts, and then we'll switch the conversation. Toby exploits mismatches. Yeah, and the Sixers were a mismatch, obviously, for him. If I beat the ever-living out of you, do I get the money? What? We want Eagles. Yeah, we do. I did the power ranking show last night. You didn't show up for it, AOL. I told you I'd go live last night and do a power ranking show. I did do that. Duck was there. Marshawn was there. Barb was there. AOL, you were not there. So there's that. What's up, Stevie Fuentes? Sixers suck, and I'll Tobias to have an FU night. You know what else is funny? To all the B-ball Paul Reed people out there, Paul Reed's the best backup of Joel Embiid. He's so good. He should be starting at the 4. The Detroit Pistons stink, and he has not – I don't know if he's registered a single minute this year. He's a DMP coach's decision on a bad Pistons team. That tells you how bad Paul Reed is. Just throwing that out there to people. But, yeah, I just joked a little bit ago on Twitter, shared the Eastern Conference standings, and they're like in 10th or 11th spot. It's early. Everybody's played only 3 or 4 games. They're like a game and a half out of the 10th spot right now. And it seems like an insurmountable, hill to climb that the Sixers can't get out of. That's how bad it is right now, Steve. I was watching Tulsa King. Still have not watched Tulsa King. I told you I need to find a Paramount account from somebody to steal. What's up, Duck? Good morning to you today. Hope you are well. What is up? Sixers worst team in the NBA. Easy. Well, they're definitely playing with it, playing like it. It's not helping. It's not helping that Tyrese Maxey is shooting terribly this year to start the season. That definitely does not help the case of Tyrese Maxey. But the problem is Tyrese Maxey is just not a number 1 option on a great team. He's a number 2 or number 3 option. He is a great player. I love Tyrese Maxey. But without Joel Embiid and Paul George out there, there's just no room for Tyrese Maxey to operate. No spoilers. I've watched enough reels to probably understand what this show is about. Jalen Hurts was amazing in the Bengals game. Thank you. Thank you. I love that I found out yesterday that he's not allowed to play golf. It's so specific in his contract because obviously there's a golf outing. Obama, whoever Obama's partner was, Saquon Barkley, and I don't even know who was the other golfer, but Jalen Hurts went along for the ride and hung out with Obama and everybody while they were golfing. And we learned that Jalen Hurts has a clause in his contract that he is not allowed to play golf. I don't know if it's during the season or all year long. I think that's kind of hilarious. I bet you Jalen Hurts has got a pretty damn good golf game. I was looking for Power Ranking Show. Dang, it was there live last night, just before 7 o'clock. Back to the Jalen Hurts golf thing. If there was anybody, whether you're a golf fan or not, if there was some celebrity or famous person you would like to play 18 holes of golf with, which means hanging out with them for 5 hours, just to kind of chit-chat with them, hang out with them, enjoy a day, talk, who would it be? Former President Obama would probably be in my top 10 people I'd like to play around to golf with. I won't lie. Because he's a very competitive person, loves to talk trash, loves sports, loves basketball. President Obama would be in my top 10 list for sure. How about the fifth inning meltdown for the Yankees? I don't see Trinidad in the chat just yet. Where's Trinidad? I mean, the Yankee season's over. Let go of a natural defender and a natural shooter to pick up players that's not a natural shooter. This team is mismatched, and I feel like SUV. I haven't seen you in a while in the chat. SUV. I have not. I feel like this is not the first year that early in the season we had to talk about a mismatched team put together by the Sixers that nobody fits. Also, happy Halloween. Yes, let's celebrate. I celebrate because I have to celebrate. Today will be one of the busiest days of the year in the pizza shop. Fortunately and unfortunately. Unfortunately, because I'm exhausted and old and tired and can't hang like I used to. Just can't. Tyrese Maxey shooting terribly because he spent too much time trying to be a playmaker in the offseason. Is that what it is? I'm not sure. I think it's also because the defenses can zone in, being that he is the only one. The only one that can make a shot on this team or get a shot. Jalen Hurts is average. I mean, that's better than the typical pump man comments. That is for sure. Jalen Hurts' favorite Sixers player is Tobias Harris. Oh, man. Yeah. Trinidad is going to show up here. Yeah, Trinidad ain't showing up today. Trinidad is wallowing in his tears. I'm thinking of who would you like to play golf with? I'm not putting them in any order. Obviously, former President Obama would be one of them. Bryson DeChambeau, for the golf fans, would be one of them. And Tiger Woods, probably. I'm not sure. I got to think about that. You guys know I love lists. So I would be Elon Musk's caddy. Yeah, is that right? Many clauses in contracts. I did an event with Jordan Mailata. He couldn't even swing a wiffle ball bat. Yeah, it's just weird that like the clause of the golf, because it's not in Saquon Barkley's contract. Obviously, I never seen Jalen Hurts talk about golf. Like Jalen Hurts obviously is a golf fan. If they had to put that in the clause, maybe it's because the shoulder and stuff like that. I don't know. I know there's weird contracts out there, but that one's interesting to me. If I could pick one person to golf with, it would be Phil. Oh, that's so cute that you'd want to golf with me. But yes, I would bitch and moan about all my aches and ailments for sure. Look at Buddy. Buddy Hield is playing fantastic. We did nothing with him. At what point do we question Nick Nurse, the coach? Couldn't figure out how to unlock Buddy Hield last year when we got him. He goes over there to Golden State and he's tearing it up. We bring in Eric Gordon, which I was questioning that because he's like 67 years old. And Eric Gordon can't get unlocked here. At what point do we question Nick Nurse, the coach? Is Nick Nurse just another Doc Rivers? A guy living off of a previous title and never having success anywhere else? I don't know. And again, I know the Sixers are without their 2 stars, but seriously, Maxey having new contract shrinkage Shrinkage. Do you know about shrinkage, Big Al? Um, it could be. It could have something to do with the new contract. We have seen this before. We have seen athletes struggle, not just because they get the big contract and they spend big money and they're distracted. We've seen players struggle to live up to the hype once they sign it. I always date back to Alex Rodriguez, when he spoke about when he was first time he was ever honest about why he did steroids. And he said the pressure of that first $250 million contract was it was like this rock living over, like this weight on him. And he couldn't handle the pressure. And I'm not making an excuse or anything like that. Just saying maybe the pressure, along with not having Joel and Tobias out there, maybe that's a problem. I agree with him. Being the only person that can make a shot or make a play. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, I think, with Maxey. He doesn't have the help. You got a lot of really good role players on the Sixers. When you have Joel Embiid and Paul George healthy with Maxey, then Caleb Martin's not a focal point. Gordon Yabusele is not a focal point. Kyle Lowry doesn't have to start and play 25 minutes a game. This is the problem. You've got a team built around having three superstars, but when you only have one, your role players have to be stars or go-to guys. Problem is, these role players can't do it. Happy Halloween, Eric. Gatekeeper, how are you? Brick House. Where's Daniel House right now? Daniel House. Brick House Gordon. Yeah, absolutely. Maxey is forcing everything right now. As long as it doesn't continue once Embiid and Paul George come back. See, we don't know when they're going to come back. And even when they come back, we're not going to see them every single game. The chemistry won't be built between the three of them. And there's going to be a problem with missing time, and we're going to lose a lot of games when these stars miss time. It's just plain and simple. It's just the way it's going to be. It's the way it is. And that's a problem. And I feel bad for Tyrese Maxey. I really do. I did just question, is Nick Nurse even a good head coach? But I also feel bad for Nick Nurse because he's the one out there taking bullets for Daryl Morey and Josh Harris, who aren't speaking their mind or saying a damn thing. They're the ones telling Nick Nurse not to answer questions. Nurse is Doc when you give him old players, and he could be Tibbs if you give him a youthful roster. One thing I'll say, and I tuned out in the third quarter of the game last night, but I'm looking at the box score, and Jarrett McCain did get some run last night. He did play 22 minutes, which I'm actually very happy with. You might as well. If you're missing all these star players, you might as well give Jarrett McCain some run. He's not going to be any worse than Kyle Lowry or Eric Gordon. You're going to have a small, weak defensive backcourt anyway. Give Jarrett McCain the run. Let him learn on the fly. Let him learn while he's out there. I know that's not a Nick Nurse thing to put young players out there that aren't ready, but why not? What team should be able to compete without two best players? I get that. But the Sixers sold us on a bill of goods that the rest of the pieces were better this year. And they're just not. And I think the problem is also the lack of transparency on why our two-star players aren't playing. We don't know. Well, we know what's up with Paul George. We just don't know when on Paul George. We don't know a damn thing about Joel Embiid. The reports coming out yesterday that his knee is so unstable, that's why he couldn't play. When you hear the word Joel Embiid's knee is unstable to play basketball yet, that cannot do anything but just put the fear of God in you. And it's a damn shame. And it's scary. It's crazy. It's crazy that that's even a statement. All the ball watching is because of Nurse, not the players. There's a lot of standing around. There was one play yesterday. I think it was Maxey drove to the rim and tried to kick out. And you had Gordon Yabusele and maybe Caleb Martin, literally bumping shoulders, fighting over for the kick-out pass. Because they're just all standing there, and they're just standing together. Where's Michkovsky? I don't know. Vladimir Michikovpu? Was that? We're just combining all the names into one. I think you should be able to compete at least without two of your best players. Compete. Last night was no compete for the Sixers. Like, really. I think they just thought the Pistons were going to come in and hand over a game to them. Problem is, the Pistons have young players, hungry players. Kate Cunningham looked like a player last night. He looked pretty solid last night, what I saw of him. Jaden Ivey looked pretty solid last night. That young player, Tobias Harris, looked pretty solid last night. We don't talk about voting, remember? No voting talk. Morey isn't cerebral at the helm. He's a good-willed shopper, and you can't win a title. Look, I know it's 4 games. I know. A lot can change. But I've said it once. I've said it 1,000 times. Today marks the end of Season 3 of Trending in the AM. That's right. For 3 straight years, I've done this show in the morning, and it's evolved. But for 3 straight years, one thing has been consistent. My criticism of Daryl Morey. That Daryl Morey will never help the Sixers win an NBA championship. Plain and simple. Just not going to happen. Stop. Oh, my goodness gracious. You can't take it. You can only dish it out, Trinidad. That's why I'm not blaming the coach that much. Which part? The players part? The ownership part? All of it. I'm just curious of people's opinions on Nick Nurse. This guy is so predictable. Don't be deflecting, y'all. Yeah. Look, Trinidad, let's keep it clean. Let's keep it fresh. Let's have fun. We're going to give you crap about it, just so you know. You got to understand that you're going to get crap. My team collapsed yesterday. Fine. World can laugh. Now I can watch everyone else besides the dot. Well, good thing it's a Lakers. The Lakers are still, playing, so you can become a Lakers fan. Oh man. Imagine knowing you're going to invest in the idea of game management and still not draft. Connect, the guy from the Lakers. Yeah. Well, that would fall on Daryl Morey, the fearless leader of this organization, and his philosophies on how to draft and not draft. Let's be honest, he's not that good. Why don't start that. It's far from fine. Your team is the best loser. Oh my goodness gracious. You guys are gonna rile up Trinidad. It's all good. It's all good. I didn't name the guy to vote for. I just said vote. Yeah, I know. I still don't even want to talk about going to vote. Nick Nurse is great when the star player is around, but never is around. Hold on. The star player is around, but never around. I don't know. I almost want to say, Marshawn, that Nick Nurse kind of got lucky in winning an NBA championship. He got a 1-year rental with a healthy Kawhi Leonard and a bunch of nice young players at the time that were developed. And then since then, he's done nothing. Nothing. I mean, so has Kawhi Leonard done absolutely nothing since then also. I don't know if Nick Nurse is a good coach or not. I just don't know. Not sure. Let that hurt consume you. Hey, we all cope when our teams lose. We all cope. We all get pissed. We all do. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, my God. Mitch A. Pooh, Mitch Kofsky, Mitch Koff. What's up, my man? Otani played trash. Freeman. Look, Freddie Freeman, let's tip our cap to the MVP of the World Series. Freddie Freeman had an amazing World Series run. Couldn't happen to a better guy. Dude's a class act through and through. And had a rough year, personally speaking. And he's give him. I'm going to tip my cap to Freddie Freeman. Don't give him space. And y'all know a little something about Oh my goodness gracious. What's up, Barb? How you doing? As Howard Eskin would say, Aaron Judge was exposed as a fraud. Look, I you know what? I've criticized Howard Eskin. His personality rubs me the wrong way sometimes. He's a cartoon character of his former self. You know, his situation with the girl at the Wachovia or Wells Fargo Center or whatever the hell it's called these days. Obviously very inappropriate the way he tried to kiss that employee. But he was on par yesterday at the Sixers Nick Nurse press conference, criticizing or calling out Nick Nurse for not answering the questions correctly, not giving us the transparency us fans deserve and want and need. And he even called it out after Nick Nurse tried to deflect. He's like, well, what do you feel about the fans that are upset about paying money? to go see a game. And Nick Nurse is like, well, we put out an injury report. Well, no, they don't actually. We declare them out the day before. Yeah, but people buy tickets more than a day in advance to see the Sixers play. And he just had no answer, and he kept being a schmug person. So I will give Howard Eskin props for a change for not just letting Nick Nurse slide after the first question got deflected. He had 2 follow-up questions ready to go to hit him hard with, and, I mean, he still ignored them, but, whatever. Oh, my goodness gracious. Start a call-in show for Etrina. Get your bleep. Yeah, if I had a call-in show, I'd have to have isn't it called the dump button in the radio business? I'd have to have the dump button ready to go. Who do I feel bad for? I don't feel bad for anybody. Win a championship. Oh, my goodness gracious. Guys. This is a place for healing. Correct. How can one Yankees team? Oh, my goodness gracious. He thought the game was over the whole time the 5th inning happened. The Phillies haven't won a championship in 5 years. Neither have the Yankees. Neither have the Knicks. Come on now. Let's just talk about a 5-year span. It's not like you guys have done anything. So it's okay. Whatever. Oh my goodness gracious. We can talk Phillies and we can talk baseball. There was I don't even know, someone on XM. I saw a clip of a video. Justin Upton was on an XM show, and he was asked about the Yankees fan digging the ball out of Mookie Betts' glove, and asked about the fans and stuff like that. And Justin Upton talking about Yankees Dodgers, all he does, he instantly comes out and says, "Well, Philly fans are the worst." Like, what the hell? Why are we getting dragged? Like, we joke all the time. It must be a Philly fan in disguise whenever something bad happens at a sporting event. Well, Justin Upton used that moment to talk about that specific situation from a Yankees game at a Yankee stadium to throw fire on the Philadelphia sports fans. It's kind of crazy that happened. We won the American National League pennant 3 years ago in 2022. So good for you. We both have a pennant in the last 2-3 years. So whatever. Chill out. All right. Chill out, kiddos. I feel very bad for saying Yankees stink. I would like to apologize. Not. Oh, this chat is already just off out of control. Yeah, we hang bangers for just making the playoffs. It's common. Yeah, you get whatever. There's nothing management could do when the superstar is often injured. Well, there is something you could do, and it's not the popular decision. It's not the popular choice. You can move on from that oft injured player. You could. Theoretically speaking, they didn't have to give Joel Embiid the extension. They did give it to him. It was the right move, but theoretically, they didn't have to. They could have chosen that moment to say, "No, you know what? We're gonna move on from Joel Embiid." They theoretically could have done that, Tech. They could have. That would have been a criticized move, but whatever. You got dragged. Stop, guys. Can we just move on? Let's not encourage Trinidad anymore. Let's not destroy the chat by arguing with it. You worry why I can't catch up, in the comments. A few years back, Nurse called Embiid a fat front runner. Maybe that's why he's not playing. Yeah, I mean, Nick Nurse did have a lot of trash talking to the Sixers way back in the back when he was with the Raptors still. I don't want to talk baseball. I'm trying to just help you out here. Kiki Hernandez looked solid last night. Really, wasn't he supposed to be a Philly at some point? Phil always talks the opposite. Do I? I don't know about that. The Phil pivot on the fly. My guy, dude. I got so many things. I got so many things I could talk about on a given day. Keep talking Sixers. We'll take the trash out in the chat. Yeah. Oh man. Red Sox are lucky. I don't even care about the Red Sox. We're moving on from baseball. Baseball's over. We beat the Dodgers like 6 out of 8 games this season. So that makes the Phillies better than the Dodgers, right? Yeah, exactly. The master of the 3 ends, no notes needed. That's right. Yo, hashtag, I do need notes, okay? I'm not no notes. I'm Mr. Notes. I got 2 pages of notes. I got Eagles notes for today, too. Let's just move on. Let's move on, okay? Move on. It's okay to move on, guys. I watched last night the last inning to what? Yeah, look. I honestly totally forgot the World Series was on last night until I woke up this morning and checked ESPN.com. And I'm also very hungover, just so you know. I hope you never get over this loss. Guys, children. Mets played the Dodgers tougher than the Yankees did. That is true. You guys do your thing. Yeah, do your thing. Have fun. I'll just page through them all. With the Yankees lose, I thought they were good. Oh yeah, exactly. Oh man, you guys, I got to catch up on the comments before. I don't want to miss somebody. Never know. There might be a real comment mixed in here somewhere, talking Sixers or talking Eagles that I have to address. So I have to read all these comments as I go through them here. Got to read them. The opposite of the opposite is the opposite of the opposite, right? This is therapy for your trauma. Is it? Is it? I tried. I tried to move on. Your chat won't let me. Hey, it's all in good fun. Phillies got smoked by the Mets, and you guys got smoked by the Dodgers. So whatever. Regular season does not count, honestly. We do all know that. And supposedly the Sixers are going to sell us that the Sixers are going to sell us that the NBA regular season doesn't matter either. I'm not mad at Embiid's situation. It's the fact that Paul George came in, quiet status with Embiid, hanging the team out to dry. Look, Paul George, I'm not mad at Paul George. Paul George is what it is. Paul George hurt himself in a preseason game. Hence why Joel Embiid shouldn't be playing in them, or you don't play in preseason games, whatever. It is what it is. But the lack of transparency is the problem. When, who, what? That they're not telling us anything. Pound the like if you love Phil and hate the Yankees. Yeah, that's right. You didn't even get to the NLCS this year. We didn't. Yes, of course not. Give yourself lots of hours before sleep. During drink, you will get to sleep. What? What the hell does that even mean? And you lost when it mattered. Yeah. WNBA is greater than Yankees baseball. Ah, man. Like you have to be forward thinking. The Sixers are not forward thinking. They're always previous thinking. Hence why we go after Eric Gordon, Reggie Jackson, Kyle Lowry. You got all these old guys, but no young guys. Phil would have thought that Zoomer attention span baseball, whatever. Anyway. Wait, was 76 actually said that like an official statement that the regular No, they did, but they do try to sell you on the regular season doesn't matter. The whole goal is to have a healthy team for the playoffs, so we're going to rest our stars so that they don't get hurt. That's what they say. Caitlin Clark is better than. I mean, that might be true, actually. That's insane. Did anybody see that? Not that. Caitlin Clark makes me think of Angel Reese. You see Angel Reese out there sharing her call screen, and the fact that Shaquille O'Neal, she claims, calls her like 20 times a day, trying to FaceTime her. That's kind of weird. That's insane. The regular season counts a lot, especially in the NBA and NFL. Definitely in the NFL. Sixers got smoked by Toby. Again, Toby only goes off against bad teams. Toby went off last night. What does that make the Sixers? That is the question. Will football have to change in a generation or two to conform to attention spans? What? I don't know. Maybe. I don't care. Don't mention WNBA. We have a title there. Do they? Okay, great, good. Bang, Aaron Boone. Trade Embiid for a bologna sandwich and a pair of Newports. Look, well, you can trade them for a lot more than that, Brian. And I don't want to have a trade Joel Embiid conversation. I'm not prepared mentally to address that situation yet. But we got to be honest that might be a conversation that has to be had at some point. Not mad at Embiid situation, just mad at Embiid. Yeah, I mean, the thing, Barbara, is, and I forget exactly how it was phrased yesterday, but they basically said he didn't practice or play in preseason games because his knee was too unstable for it. Why was his knee so unstable? Why was his knee so unstable if they let him play in the Olympics? Why was his knee so unstable and we didn't know about it? That whole phrase that his knee was so unstable he couldn't play or practice scares me. That tells me that when he does go out there to play, every time he jumps, flies, flops, whatever, I'm going to have to worry that his knee's going to fall off again. Almost sounds like his knee needs proper surgery Maybe you just shut him down for the entire year. Let him have his surgery now. Then we'll have the full transparency that, hey, Embiid's out. We shut down the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese nonsense. Yeah, whatever. I don't pay attention to the NBA at WNBA at all. Not at all. Before the preseason game, they said he and Embiid will be game management status. Him getting hurt was karma in result of it. When did he get hurt? How did he get hurt? What is the deal with an unstable? What does an unstable knee even mean? Oh, man, guys. Just paging over some of these comments. Stop. I don't even care about Aaron Boone and the Yankees or the Dodgers or the World Series. You do not get sleep if your body is breaking down, converting metabolism. I don't even know why you're saying that, though. Like, that's what I don't get. 5-run meltdown, and your dumbass thought it was a wrap. Yeah, probably he did think it was a wrap. Converting hatred. Yes, you're converting the hatred here. No, I'm not paying for another subscription. No crumble cookies for Tobias. Your body should be converting shame. Tulsa King is good. I'm sure the third season is going to be. Yeah, well, again, I'll wait till I can get it on one of the subscriptions that I already paid for. It's going to be sweet watching y'all react to Embiid trade and perhaps a Paul George retirement after one season. Yeah, I don't know. Not mad at how. Whatever. The Sixers are telling us nonsense. They are telling us nonsense. And it's kind of frustrating. Like, we do deserve, as Sixers fans, for putting up with the process, Barb, we deserve some honesty from the organization. Look, they could just come out and say, look, Joel Embiid was cleared to play in the Olympics. He tweaked it there or in a workout. So we're going to be extra cautious with him. We're going to sit him out for the first couple weeks of the season and ramp him up. Just be honest. But no. Oh, he's ramping up. He's this or that. And then all of a sudden, this unstable knee thing comes out and shit's hitting the fan. Let's watch the collapse of the Sixers. I mean, the Sixers aren't going to collapse. You have to be good to collapse. And the Sixers aren't good right now. It's not going to be as good as the 15 last night. We're just paging through some of this. Why is Dane Cook? Why are we mentioning Dane Cook? Dane Cook was never funny. He was remotely popular when I was like in high school. Why would you even mention Dane Cook's name? Dodgers shut down Aaron Judge. Yeah, you know what? Funny. Yes, blah, blah, blah. Cope it is all it is. Cope. I'd rather read AOL's weird, wacky comments about Dane Cook than you guys at this point. Phil, you 40, but you're cheaper than my boom. Look, I'm not cheap. I'm thrifty. I spend, baby. I spend. I don't get why technology is so advanced, so to speak, and yet Embiid just can't buy a new knee. Yeah, exactly. Phil is above funny streaming sites. What? I just don't want to pay for anymore, guys. Phil cooked the 76ers. Look, I'm honest. I'm honest, unlike you. I know what's going on. I really don't understand why they are lying to us. What's to gain? Ticket sales. If you think the Sixers are going to maybe play Joel Embiid, you buy the ticket. You're not buying a ticket to go watch the Sixers without Embiid and Paul George to go face the Pistons last night. And that was a full arena last night. You're not buying those tickets unless you think there's a chance that you're going to see two generational talents. That's why they do it. Because Josh Harris is a money-hungry, money-grubbing, money-hungry psycho that just cares about one thing, is money. After the game, Tobias was heard yelling, "Crumble cookies over me." I hope I could believe that. I hope I could believe that for sure. Didn't you want Bryce Harper on the Yankees? So whatever. They bought that hope like it's chopped cheese. Yeah. Phil makes a good point. Tickets will plummet to, yeah, I mean, it's all about the bottom dollar. If you have an owner that only cares about the bottom dollar, which is what Josh Harris is, wasn't the Mets owner years ago, not the current owner, the previous owner like that? You know, like all they care about is making money. They're hedge funds or whatever. That sounds cool. Dane Cook's Good Luck Chuck 2007 was awesome. Dane Cook was in Good Luck Chuck. I don't even remember it. I remember the name. I don't remember the movie. I don't. But Dane Cook was so overrated. Dane Cook was such a bad comedian. I don't think I ever saw anything I thought that he was funny at all. Tobias Harris, redemption game, I guess. If winning game 4 matters. What did Eric say that was so funny? After the game, crumble cookie. Did he really shout that crumble cookie over me? Because if he did, that's kind of hilarious that he did. Did he really say this after the game? Did he really shout this? Because if he did, I got to find the video because that's actually kind of funny, and I kind of love it, knowing that that's potentially true. Losing the World Series, yeah. Oh man. Believing you had that, yeah. Dane Cook was so funny. The Yankees are good at winning World Series. Yeah, well, okay, got it. 18 points, 1 assist. I already read over his stat sheet. Well, I'm caught up on the comments, guys. I can't believe I actually caught up. Chopped cheese is hamburger helper, yes. Just for your information, Jessica Alba was the star of Good Luck Chuck. Yeah, Jessica Alba. I mean, she's the star of everything she's in, right? 5-round meltdown. Anyway, guys, you're watching Trending in the AM right here on the STT Sports Network. Please hit that subscribe button, that like button if you're watching. So far on the poll today, 12 people voted. 1 person voted, I just subscribed. A couple of people voted, no, I haven't subscribed. Obviously, Marshawn is one of them. And a bunch voted yes. So please hit that subscribe, hit that like button, that share button. I greatly appreciate it. 5 runs allowed in the 5th inning. Yeah, look, I'm over the World Series, guys. Phil, I'm your best member. Look at your core members ruin the chat. You're all ruining the chat, but I'm having fun with it. I made it up as a pandy of I made it. Oh, you made it up. Okay, gotcha. But it sounds very believable, Eric. So, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. Somebody else just voted no. Why wouldn't you subscribe? Why would you vote no, guys? Please stop. Stop effing with me and vote no. Hose your team in the biggest stage when it mattered. Blah, blah, blah. More and more stuff. Hamburger Helper is great, man. I actually just made Hamburger Helper a couple of weeks ago for dinner. I needed something good. The ground beef was on sale. I'm like, what am I going to make for dinner? And I made a box of Hamburger Helper. It's good, man. The night show might be a good idea. I used to do a night show, Barbara. It used to be called Trending for 4 Quarters. It was just a weekly show. But I already do too much. I don't have time to be regularly. Why is Fletcher Cox in the news? What did Fletcher Cox do? I don't even know why you would even say that. So please tell me what he did. I'm just trying to fire through. Good luck, Chuck. Yeah, she was. Trinidad, you don't have an ally here. Maybe Duck. Yeah, Pump Man for what? What's Fletcher Cox in the news for? Are you gonna make me go on Twitter real quick and refresh my Twitter feed? I guess I got to go see if there's something new breaking on Twitter here about Fletcher Cox. I don't see anything. A quick glance. Jalen Hurts, Yankees stuff, Jets stuff, Juan Soto stuff. I don't see anything related to Fletcher Cox on my Twitter feed right now. Just so you know. What the heck was that? Oh, just a whole bunch just happened. That's on your choice. What's my choice? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Trinidad, you like a woman always bringing up old shit. Yeah, exactly. Stop. But I don't know. Tell me what you're talking about. Trinidad chopped cheese. What? Okay. What's on Twitter? What's he on the news in Twitter? Please tell me. What is Twitter? Yeah. Well, we're not live on Twitter right now. Well, we are, but no one's watching. I'm not sure what's going on with the Twitter feed right now. Eagles players wearing dresses now. Oh, you're talking about his outfit. Whatever. I see nothing. I see what you did there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't I don't know. I don't know what a super chat is either, or a Snapchat is. I just see super chat in that Snapchat, which is something I don't have. My question is, how bad is Jacksonville that we were talking baseball and poor Sixers play over analyzing? Well, I've got my notes ready. I've got some notes ready already, Duck, on this Jacksonville team. Just so you know. I don't know what this nonsense is, K1. This show went off the rails before the show even started. I don't even know what's going on in this chat here. There's so many comments coming in. What's going on? What's Le'Veon Bell versus Fletcher Cox? What's happening there? You're trying to keep good. I think we've got a spammer in the comments. I'm just going to stop posting those comments. Just so you know. But don't worry, all those spam comments just help spur the algorithm even more. Jeff Kerr said the Eagles will be throwing a lot on Sunday. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or not. First and foremost, the thing to do with the Jacksonville Jaguars, for those that care about that, is stop the run. They do actually run the ball very effectively. Tank Bigsby, Travis Etienne might be back. They average 5 yards a carry. They've got almost 1,000 yards rushing already this season. The Jacksonville Jaguars, 961 yards. Trevor Lawrence has not been good. Brian Thomas might be back. He did actually practice yesterday. Chris Kirk's out. Defensively, they've got two players. Trayvon Walker, who's got 6.5 sacks, and Devin Lloyd, a solid young linebacker. They've only had 2 interceptions on the season, only 17 sacks on the season. They're actually worse than Eagles at creating turnovers at a -5 turnover ratio right now. So, the Jags are a team that are not good. To me, they have one thing. You got to stop the run. And that's something that does concern me. For the church lady outfit he wore at the Super Bowl, yeah. I don't even know what's going on here. Don't know what you're even doing here, people. Yankees. I'm trying to move on to football, and we're still going back and forth. All right, we're just gonna block this person. Once you start dropping bad words in the chat, you get blocked. Jags are passing defense is atrocious. It is. Just the Jags defense in general is bad. They give up 28 plus points a game. They lose time of possession every week. The Eagles should be able to put 30 points up for the first time in a long time this week. They should be. Well, they did last week, 37. They should be able to put up 30 points for a second time in a row here against this Jags team. We should be able to. Got to get this show to 1K so Phil's can hand wrenches out to the core 12. Yes, let's go. Got to get to 1,000. You got to. Got to. Yeah, Marshawn, I got that guy out of there. I just blocked them. I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, but we blocked and removed the user from the chat. I don't know what was going on originally. I thought it was just spamming for shits and giggles, but then once you drop there's certain words that I just don't stand for. And that guy got out of here. Admit you have no control over your own stream. I have no control. I let you guys control the stream. I love to talk basketball and football. I tried, but you guys keep fighting. I'm not blocking Trinidad. I would never block anybody. Well, it's there. You can go rewatch it after this show's over. Now let's talk World Series, Phil. No, I'm not talking World Series anymore. I would just run the ball on the Jags until they trade us. Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna do a tease here. We're gonna continue talking Eagles. I got some Eagles things I want to talk about for sure. But I got a tease here. We got about 40 minutes left in the show. Today is Halloween. And I saved on the side screen the greatest Halloween costume I ever had. Okay? And it's a very embarrassing Halloween costume from only a few years ago. I don't even know what give Marshawn a wrench. I don't know what a wrench even is, but whatever. I got a picture of me in a very embarrassing Halloween costume. And I don't know if I should share it or not. So what happens here is if I see enough likes and shares and the viewership jumps up here in the next 20 or so minutes, if you guys behave over the next 20 minutes, I'll share an embarrassing picture of me that has never been shared on this show before. All right? Very embarrassing. Halloween costume that I wore a few years back. Just so you know. But I need to see maybe a couple more subscribers. Let's see where we're at on likes and subscribes on this video so far. I'm still at 219 subscribers. There's only 10 likes. Maybe if I find, let's say, 5 more subscribers and like 5 more likes, maybe I'll release the picture of all pictures of me, just so you know. Dylan was going to come on. We're going to reschedule. I got a text message late from him last night. He was at the Sixers game. Got into a car accident. He's fine, just so you know. So we had to reschedule. He had a late night because of his car accident leaving the Sixers game. So we are going to reschedule with Dylan. I thought he might just still jump on late in the show, but I'm guessing he just couldn't do that, and that's fine. I totally understand. You need someone to heckle. We'll get him on next week, or one of the next couple weeks. Baseball is a dying boomer sport. We heckling you all year, Trinidad. Yeah, exactly. It's never going to stop. Um, is it Wonder Woman? It's not, but I mean, you're on the right thread there with that one there. But I got to see. I got. You guys got to give me something. If I want to give you something, you got to give me something. No, not just going to do it. I'm going to tease it, and maybe I see a few new subscribers in the next 20 minutes and a few more likes on the video. Maybe I will. Bill just went full nice teacher on us. Yeah, that's right. My Halloween costume is going to be a tear, the same tear Philly fan. Oh my goodness, tear. Okay. No, I'm not just going to do it. Not just going to do it. You got to give me if you want. Behave yourselves, and I might let you out 3 minutes early. That's basically what I said, for sure. And y'all lost last night. Stop, guys. What is going on with my My Halloween costume was going to be a Yankees uniform, but yeah, exactly. This is my Halloween costume for work today. An orange Grinch t-shirt, and that's it. Yeah, our NBA season's over already. Bill went as Victor and Victoria. Something. Marshawn's stop. We lost game 4 of 82. Yes, exactly. The season is not over, honestly. It's all doom and gloom right now. It seems like this team is insurmountable. But all we got to do is get a healthy Joel Embiid back, and all of a sudden the season turns around. But just when will we? Will we? I don't know. Bro, you lost to the Pistons. Who cares? You guys are still arguing about the same thing here 51 minutes into the show, guys. Don't make me put you two in a timeout. I could. Stop. Who cares? Stop. Guys, I'm not even going to put them up there. If it's the two of you battling, cried lots of tears. How you spell tear versus tear? That's funny. Tear versus tear. That's a good one right there. But yeah, guys, please let's end it. Let's get back on track here with normal conversation. Normal conversations, guys. Normal. You don't have anything nice to say? Don't say it at all. I'm rocking a hangover here, and I'm trying to deal with you guys. Trying to baby you guys. And you're not making it easier. He is just sad and broken. I'm not going to put it up there anymore. I'm just not. Flyers had a nice win in Boston. Loved it. Yes, they did. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday. It was nice to see. And I'm still not. I know he had a shutout. I'm not sold on Sam Ersson. But there were a couple moments in that game that didn't result in goals. But a couple moments in that Flyers game where I was just watching it. I'm like, Michkov is special. He really is, Barb. And that, you got to remember, he's only 19. The team is very young around him. That if the trajectory goes as I think it will, if they find a goalie, once some of these young players fully develop, we might have something on our hands with the Flyers. Very much so. Just starring and paging over some of them. No matter what, every year, it seems like the Eagles remain better than the Sixers. I miss the NBA offseason. The NBA offseason is much more entertaining than once the season starts, Eric. That is for sure. So if we crush the Jags, what are the chances Dougie gets canned? Duck, I truly feel that Sunday could be the last hurrah for Doug Peterson. I really do. I really, truly believe that. Looks like Goddard is getting to be out another week. Dallas Goddard did not practice yesterday. I didn't write down the practice report. But Albert O practiced. I do know that. Who else practiced? There was another injured player that practiced. Mekhi Becton practiced. I can ask that question. The Eagles running backs and the running game is elite. They're running the ball at the highest percentage in the NFL. Tyler Steen has done very, very well filling in for Mekhi Becton, not just during this concussion, but in general. Has Tyler Steen stolen the right guard job from Mekhi Becton? I know the Eagles like Mekhi Becton, and he did well when he was healthy. But Tyler Steen's your young draft pick from a few years ago. It's just something to ask. I can't put somebody at the top. What? Shit talk aside, I like to gamble, and my gut is telling me the Jaguars win that game. I highly doubt that. Who can? Well, sorry, I'm accidentally putting this. Mitch Cuff, yay, I'm special. You are a special person. You are a very special person, Mitchie. Very special person. Duck, don't take that advice. What? Yeah, don't. Mitch Watch. The Mitch Watch, what? Mitchy Poo, I say. It's always going to be Mitchy Poo. You know that. Jalen's due for an interception. Oh, great. Here we go. Becton not sticking around after this year since it's a 1-year rental. So that's the question. Steen's on the second year of his rookie deal. Do you continue to play Tyler Steen over Mekhi Becton? I was surprised when I saw this, and I forget where I read this. Eagles have run the ball at a 55% clip. The top 5 teams in running the football this year all have winning records. 6-2 Commanders, 6-1 Lions, 5-3 Ravens, Steelers 6-2, Eagles 5-2. All the other teams right around 50 are all winning teams. Kind of going to show that running the football is kind of interesting. Phil is a great guy, but he also really doubt whatever. What? Yeah. Okay. So I want to give you something here, guys, and I don't know if you guys saw this, and it's something flying under the radar on social media, which I'm shocked that it's not blowing up into something crazy, because I kind of feel like it should be crazy, and it's something to keep an eye on with the Eagles. The Eagles are flying high. They're 3-0, or 3-0 in their last 3 games. They're running the ball. They're finding their identity. First time this past week that they gave Barkley the ball 4 times on an opening drive. They ran the ball more than passed on the opening drive, and they scored. Okay. There was something on one of Brian Baldinger. He does the Baldy breakdowns. Okay. Phil, almost all the teams with running quarterbacks. That is true. That's true. For sure. I get that. But they're focused in on the run, and I think it matters. I want to read something. No, I would never ban Marshawn. He's an OG with me. He's been following my content for a long, long time. Brian Baldinger put out a video in his Baldy breakdowns. And it was a play, it was a couple plays with play action, under center, and in shotgun formation. And he was talking about how much the wide receivers and the offensive line love the play action. So a random person, I don't know who this is, his name was Corey, commented on the video and asked, why did it take 8 weeks for the Eagles to run this? And Brian Baldinger commented below, and his response was, a few of the guys were tired of the offense and spoke up. So there's a scenario happening where the players have spoken up to Nick Sirianni and the coaches that they wanted the offense to change. And this is not being discussed much. This isn't being brought up much. And I think it's really interesting. And now we all do know Brian Baldinger has a very close relationship with Lane Johnson. Maybe Lane Johnson's part of that group. We're not paraphrasing. His exact words were, a few guys were tired of the offense and spoke up. We don't know who they spoke up to. We don't know what was said. We don't know who it is. Let me tell you something. I don't understand how that's not being discussed more. That we see that we talk about Nick Sirianni losing the locker room or not all the time. We talk about how Nick Sirianni takes the bullets for the team. They seem to play for him, but they also seem to not like his decision making. Like he's they love him as the fatherly coach figure. They don't like him as the X's and O coach. And this comment from Brian Baldinger that people spoke up to change the offense, I'm kind of shocked that it's not a bigger deal. I really, truly am. I truly, truly am surprised that it's not. What's up, Brianna? How you doing? I wish someday the super chat. Once we get to that 1,000 subscriber mark, I will have the super chats back. Phil, you know I respect you, and I apologize for my behavior, but this one is personal. Okay, I got you. You know I got nothing but love for you. Brianna is from the future. Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah. Thank God they spoke up. But I'm kind of curious of why this is happening. 8 weeks. I haven't seen the Eagles play this way for over a decade. Yeah, it's been a while. Nick and Phil share the same barber. Nick who? Yeah. Well, yeah. Teardrops. What? Lane would have to be the one of the players who spoke up. Maybe Jalen too. Yes. I would assume, knowing Brian Baldinger, having such a definitive answer, that Lane Johnson was involved in this. Or at least Lane Johnson told Baldy that some players spoke up. But, like, is it weird that no one's discussing this? Is it weird that whatever was going wrong, the players had to speak up about it? Like, again, it seems like the players love Nick Sirianni in that fatherly figure, in that leader role. But it definitely tells me something, because you even saw last week in the opening drive a different philosophy. That the players actually went to Nick Sirianni like, we love you, coach, but yo, stay off the offense. Stay off the play design. Stay off the game plan. Stop. That's right there. Yeah, today's gonna be a busy day at the pizza shop. I'm dying on the inside even thinking about the effort I have to put out there today. We just spoke about the Sirianni was the one holding back the team. I want him gone because he's interfering with the person you brought in to help. Yeah, I mean, well, it's true. It's true. But they do play for him. They do like him. He can be that CEO guy if he steps back fully. And I think it seemed like last week he stepped back more. Just saying. First and foremost, I'm shocked that this is not like this big blow-up thing out there that everybody's talking about, that they're not being asked questions about it, etc. Lane spoke up for sure. Jalen too. AJ probably. The thing is Lane Johnson the kind of guy to speak up? Like, he strikes me more as the quiet leader, more the guy that probably ratted out that Jalen and AJ spoke up or something like that. I don't know. But it's a good thing that your leaders are speaking up. It's a good thing that there's this open line of communication. And honestly, if they spoke up and the results of last week are because they spoke up and the change in philosophy was because they spoke up, doesn't that say something positive about Nick Sirianni? Hey, my star players are coming to me. They want something to change. All right, let's talk about it. Let's make that change. To me, I almost feel like it's a pro thing on Nick Sirianni that he was willing to listen and make those changes. Maybe Kelsey whispered in his ear. Maybe that's what it is. Loving Sirianni does mean he's actually any good as an offense. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. I feel like Smitty would have said something, but something along the lines of, you have to start trusting us, coach. I like that. That I could see him saying that. I could see AJ Brown saying that as well. Trust us, coach. I like that. I like that way of reasoning there, Marshawn. Finally, on something productive in this chat. Lane and Barkley definitely said something about the offense. Maybe Saquon. Saquon doesn't strike me as a guy that speaks up too much, like in that kind of a role, but maybe. Full-size Nestle Crunch bars from Costco. Yes. Nestle Crunch is one of the most underrated candies there are out there. Absolutely love them. I think Sirianni will step back if we continue to win. Absolutely. If he's listening to the players and what the players ask for results in wins. I mean, I got it. This Anthony DeBona, my man, put out a list of every opening drive of the Eagles. 2 passes, 1 rush. 3 passes, 2 runs. 2 passes, 1 run. 2 passes, 1 run. 2 passes, 1 run. 3 passes, 1 run. And Barkley only touched the ball 5 times on the opening 6 drives this season. Then last week, all of a sudden, we score. Barkley touched the ball 4 times out of 9 plays. They ran the ball 5 to 4 passes, and that resulted in the first score on an opening drive all year. Yeah, way to be productive, Marshawn. Hats off to you. About time. Better than K1. K1 hasn't brought anything productive to the show. Nick will still pushes back about the idea of the team's identity. Well, the team's identity is running. When you're running the ball 55% of the time, and that's the highest percentage in the NFL, that's what it is. That is your identity. Look at Jalen. He doesn't seem to trust anyone other than AJ and Saquon. I think he trusts Devontae Smith as well. Honestly, Fangio probably gave Nick some good uncle advice about taking us out. Maybe there's something to that too. That's a very interesting one. Maybe Vic Fangio. Maybe the players spoke up to Vic Fangio, and Vic Fangio went and nudged Nick Sirianni a little bit and be like, yo, bro, I've been there. I've been fired before as a head coach. Maybe Vic Fangio had something to do with it too. I mean, it's not the most out of left field idea. Vic Fangio ain't afraid to speak his mind. We all know that for sure. It breeds doubt. What does? I meant doesn't mean he's any good as an offensive coach. Without Steichen transitioning Sirianni's plays, we would never have made it to the Super Bowl. Maybe. I think we made it to the Super Bowl once Steichen took over play calling is when we went on that run to get us to the Super Bowl. Oh, do you contribute in other ways? Okay. Gotcha. The NFL figured out Sirianni's high school playbook within a game without Steichen. Absolutely, that's true. I don't care if we run the ball 60% of the time if we keep winning. I don't either. It's all about whether Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie get involved. Defense probably said, Vic, we can't be out here taking 2-minute breeders. Tell Nick to start running the ball. Maybe you got to help. Maybe Vic Fangio went and said, yo, you got to help me. You got to help me get these guys off the field. I want to see Dotson utilized. I hate acquiring guys and not using them. I hate acquiring guys for expensive and not utilizing them. Calcaterra is earning. He is. Dallas Goedert still out probably this week, even though it's time to TikTok with his girl. Whatever. I still can't believe that the amount of responses. I shared that video on Twitter, and we're closing on 300,000 views on it. How many people thought I didn't know what the hangover was just because I made a joke about Dallas Goedert with a bad costume and everything and a bad hamstring? This is going to sound crazy, but couldn't you all put Sirianni in a different position? They supposedly did that. He was supposed to be coming into the season not involved in any play calling, not involved in any playoff playing design. He was supposed to be the CEO coach, but we've learned now through 8 games 8 weeks that he's not. From him and his father figure role, he's supposed to be in that role. It's just not. Phil is dressed up. Yeah, look, I'm not really dressed up. I can really care less. I hate Halloween. I hate getting dressed up on Halloween. I hate the fact that I'm so glad the fact that our good friends, they usually throw a huge Halloween party every year, and it's always a lot of fun. But I hate the fact that I have to get dressed up for it and all every year. They're not having it this year, and I'm so happy. Shout out to them for not having the Halloween party this year. Kellen Moore had the offense buy-in too. This couldn't have been just players speaking up. Maybe, like it's really. I think it's really interesting, this whole conversation. What Brian Baldinger said, and again, it's not getting the conversation that it needs to be. It was reported that something happened in practice too that rallied the team together. I did not see that, Marshawn. Maybe send me that report. What's right? Whose bright idea was it to put him near any job that's coaching with the title? He's a coach. It's in his DNA. Yeah, I don't know. You're such a grump. I just hate Halloween. I never enjoyed Halloween. It hurts only attempting 20 passes. There aren't a lot of targets for Dotson. Unfortunately, absolutely agree with you on that. I saw somebody on Twitter telling me last night that we should try to trade him. I doubt it, that you would even remotely do that. Hurts will only look to AJ and Smitty. Even Goddard can be wide open. So if you're waiting for Dotson, yeah, exactly. Dotson ain't going to bring anything to the table unless somebody, well, even when AJ was hurt, he didn't. Don't say you hate Halloween, bro. You're in the pizza business. Yeah, dude. I will put it's called my customer service voice. Will be on at 11 a.m. Okay, but not before 11 a.m. Okay, just gonna say. It's not the corporate smile. It's called the customer service voice. It's like this different personality. Grumpy people were like, "Hi, how are you? Welcome to the show today or the store today." That's what happens. It's crazy. It's obvious that he was interfering with plays. It's so obvious because of how static it was. Yeah, absolutely agree. We make a bunch of dessert pizza cookies, so we do that. I don't Halloween. I just hate it. Maybe growing up, we lived on a small cul-de-sac with only 13 other houses, and so trick or treat, and it was right off a major road. My dad always worked multiple jobs, so we had to get dressed up to trick or treat at 13 houses. It was boring. It was stupid, and I lost interest in it very, very early. Yeah, he's getting involved. Triggered Trinidad. What? I'm going to the Halloween parade tonight. There's a Halloween parade. Boring. That is my contribution to this channel. Yes, you sneak in and you drop a dime, right? And that's it. with a Tinker Parade. What? I don't even know. Um, can you still fit the Halloween costume you bought when you first met the wife? I don't know what I wore. My wife's a huge Halloween fan, so she's always made me get dressed up. Some of the things I was the Hulk a few years ago. I've done some. I normally do some form of face paint for Halloween. I did a Sting face paint, the black and white Sting face paint last year for the Halloween party, and I've got a picture of me in the ultimate Halloween costume saved off to the side. Haven't decided if I'm going to share it or not because we still haven't gotten to 15 likes. I'm still stuck at 219 subscribers, but I got the most ultimate winning prize or costume, which we always do a Halloween costume party or contest at the party, and I dominated it, and everybody knew exactly who I was when I walked in. Now retreating to pot stirring mode. Yeah, gotcha. Um, there was also a lot of serial killers and kidnapping in the 80s when Phil was a youngin. Yeah, I didn't have to worry about that on my street. Um, what? Stir the pot, use the anger, it'll make you stronger. Yeah. How have we got up to 419 comments today? Like the viewership's not high today, but the comments are flowing in. And you would think that would help the algo a little bit too. Like Phil's gummy stream, what? There's not parade in New York City tonight. I don't know. Um, no, I mean, you want me to give you something. I teased it. I asked for some help to build the viewership up today. And you didn't do it. You didn't do it. You didn't get the viewership up today. The likes didn't go up. The subscribers didn't go up. You want the most embarrassing costume. This show's over in 18 minutes. And it's going to take me 5 minutes to post it and talk about it. But man, I don't know. It's legal to jaywalk. What? Don't worry, Trinidad. What's that say? You won't feel a thing. Yeah. Really one of them at-risk kids growing up. Oh man. Thanks. Wait, trying to butter me up to show the picture. That was not Buzz Lightyear. You're so far off on that. Guys, real quick. How many likes? I don't know. We were 12 the last I checked, and we still hadn't gained a single subscriber. So, get your Polaroid. Yeah, I do have Polaroid still. I do want to say one other thing. We're gonna shout this out tomorrow, a lot tomorrow. But again, 3 years. This is the end of 3 straight years, literally taking off maybe a dozen days total of running, trending in the AM for 5 days a week. 3 full years are coming to an end here today. And tomorrow starts year 4. And I'm shocked that you guys have, followed me along from multiple different networks, multiple different ways. This show has grown from an hour show to an hour and 15 show to 90-minute shows. It's kind of crazy that this has been going on for 3 years now. What's the S for? It's set the trends. I don't know. That crew has not said a word to me since my leaving of that crew. I don't know why. When your city is so used to defeat, yeah. Because you don't win. What? I don't like horror movies. Just sitting around waiting for one of the characters to get killed is so boring. Yes, absolutely. Y'all don't win either. What? It's back in this argument again. No, triggered Trinidad. Oh, is that what that is? Whatever. We just win a chip this year. What? What did you win a chip in this year? I don't even know. I don't even know. Remember when I betrayed him? Is that what I did? I see. They're probably still bitter over that betrayal, aren't they? Oh man. I asked Liam if y'all was cool, and he said it's all love. I have no problem with any of them. I have no problem with anybody. I have literally 3 beefs in life when it comes to this content game. One of them you guys know. I've said his name. Well, I've called him Mr. No Notes because he tries to besmirch me. There's another guy that I will not mention his name that likes to trash talk me and tell people to their faces. He's literally gone out there and told people not to work with me because I'm an awful person, and it's ridiculous. And there was one other beef I had, and I think I squashed it basically. So you know what? It's all good. Trinidad needs validation so badly. So do you. What's beef? Beef is when Phil sees Liam in the. I have no problem with Liam. No, I can never say the other guy. You guys know who Mr. No Notes is. The best in the biz. Wants to trash talk me all the time. The other guy's name I will not because I don't want to start any beefs. I don't. Throw us a treat, brother. Say that man's name. No. Yeah, I've teased. Here's the thing. You want the guy's name? Let's get to 300 subscribers by the end of the week, and then Monday I will reveal the other person's name. And that's it. Okay? That's it. You want the Halloween pick? I need another subscriber on this channel right now. But no. Get me to 300 subscribers by the end of the weekend, by the time I go live on Monday morning, and then I will reveal the name of the guy that literally told Big Al not to hire me, told Jason Lee not to put me on the air, told a lot of people a lot of negative things about me. And really, he's just jealous. When do we officially start the Fire Nick Nurse campaign? I already kind of hinted at it earlier this morning, that maybe he's not a good coach. No, I'm not giving you too many conditions. If you want, you got to give to get. You got to give to get. That's plain and simple. 300 subs, more likely that Jill Stein wins the election. Dude, I'm at 209 subscribers in literally like 4 weeks. All right? 219 in 4 weeks. You know what? Say his name and he appears. Exactly. Come on. Jill Stein doesn't have a chance. Don't cancel Phil. Who was it? No, not happening. We have to get you more subs. I appreciate that, Tech. Dude, I have a dream. I have a dream. I don't believe I just said that. To get this show to a point where maybe I can actually make some money doing this again. You know what I mean? And like build a network of things. I would love to do this show 2 hours a day. But now that I'm starting from scratch, it is what it is. Got to do what I got to do. And we'll see. Have Dane Cook on. Dane Cook's probably looking for some work right now. The second guy does exist. He does. And there's only one other person that really knows how much of a beef I have with him. He just, no, definitely. There's a guy. Hey, I worked for his network very briefly many years ago, before GSM. Just so you know. Trinidad had enough. Trinidad's probably back to drinking at this point. Guys, we got final 10 minutes of the show here today. All right, final 10. Happy Halloween to all you. I do. Tech Quentin has more subs than Phil. What? Seriously? You do? I don't even know what's your YouTube page. Do I subscribe to your YouTube page? I didn't even know you had one. You want to go out and pinch a few streamers for their subscribers, boss. What? Pinch? I'm trying. I'm doing what I can to get the subscribers up. I'm commenting on other people's shows, putting the name out there, doing what I got to do. It's what I do. Rage quit. What? Start spreading the news, he said. New York going 2 for 2 in championships. Yeah. I am eating way too much candy lately. My wife robbed the candy store, and there's so much candy in our house right now. So much candy. I'm literally living on candy right now. Yeah. Trinidad finally quit. Bernie Madoff, David Ortiz. Jesus. For some reason, I really felt like you were going to put Marshawn's name in this. I thought it was going to be Bernie Madoff, David Ortiz, and Marshawn Lynch 33. I was in Eagles chat. Okay, Phil Morning. I listened to Phil Morning's show, and I forgot. How you should be sharing. You have 220. God damn you. How do you have one more than me? How do I not know that you have your own channel, too? Now I got to search it out. Or DM me your link to your channel. My prediction for 25-26, Philly still won't win any championships. Probably not, but neither will New York. So, it is what it is. Guys, I really wanted to show this picture, but, you guys didn't do your part in helping the show out, helping the show grow today. You guys didn't do your part. No new subscribers, only 13 likes on the video. All right, good. I could save that for next Halloween. Phil Bigfooted in his own chat. What? Whatever. It's all good. I'm like the groundhog of predicting Philly losing. It's really easy to predict because we do lose pretty much all the time anyway. How do you put in what people search for? I search hashtag NFL chat or talk. What? I don't know what you're asking for. Brutal. Yeah, brutal. How does the mafia extort people for money? We can extort streamers for subs. I don't want fake subs. I want real subs. There's plenty of places out there I could pay somebody and they'll get me 1,000 subscribers like that for like $20. But but they're all fake bot accounts, and none of them will actually listen to the show, which won't really help at all. We gotta really get real subscribers. We need some people that are Eagles fans and Sixers fans that are going to tune in to subscribe. Stop. I'm not expanding anymore. I can't do what I can't already do. You guys didn't do your part. So, got to wait. I'm not going to reveal. Maybe I'll say, Eric's my man. Eric needs a cheer up. Maybe I'll DM Eric after the show the picture so he gets to see it. I found you by searching NFL Talk along. Oh, all right. So maybe I have to. I'm going to write that down. That's good to know. I'm going to make sure that NFL Talk is part of my algorithm thing in the back end of YouTube. If that's how you found me, I'll make sure NFL Talk's in it more often. But yeah, we'll talk more Eagles and NFL tomorrow. There is an NFL football game tonight, Thursday night football. First prediction. Go back here. Last week was a bad week on picks. I went 9-7 last week, which puts me at 69, 53, and 3. Yes, 69 wins on the year. So this week's first game, I haven't even started the page for the games this week. It's Texans visit the Jets. The Jets are 2-point favorites. Thursday night football. Texans versus Jets -2. I got to take the Texans to cover that, to win that outright. I know Thursday night football road teams don't win. The Jets are about to pack it in. Texans, even without Stephon Diggs, is going to be fine. Texans win tonight in New York. Lock it up. McCain should be the first off the bench when Maxey goes out. Honestly, Tech, I'm just going to throw this out there. Just going to throw this out there. McCain should be starting opposite of Tyrese Maxey when Paul George and Joel Embiid aren't there. Just start McCain when your two stars aren't out there. 100%. Exclusive, inexcusable abuse of the chat. Who's abusing the chat? I have come out of my hole. I predict the Jaguars beat the Eagles by 3. You're insane. Get every game wrong. Yes, I'm at 69 wins this year, predicting. So Mitch Koff, I know as soon as I make a 69 comment, I knew Mitch Koff would show up in the chat. It's like Beetlejuice. He just shows up when there's a dirty joke to be made. Jets look so bad and unlucky. Yeah. Unlucky? I don't believe they're unlucky. I think it's karma biting them in the ass. You need a pretty girl as a co-host with a curvy body and you'll have 1 million subscribers in no time. I just need a curvy girl to do some walking bet talk videos as shorts on my channel. Right? Mention my Pistons prediction. What? If Jason Peter retires, there will be no players as old as Phil. What? I'm old. I am old. Just so you know. I think I'm older than Jason Peters, though, too. Isn't he 42? I'm 43, just so you know. Dude, I am old, man. I can't help it. I had my nieces over on Sunday. We had a little brunch with my family here, and they were decorating Halloween cookies. And they're like, oh, Uncle P, we're going to make a cookie and decorate it to look like you. So they did it with the beard. And then they got the white icing and put little speckles. I'm like, what's all that? They're like, that's the gray hair in your beard. I'm like, they took the time to decorate the cookie so well and so detailed that they put speckles of gray hair in my beard on the cookie icing. I'm like, that's heartbreaking. That breaks my heart right there. Breaks my heart. Yeah, I mean, the way they first off, giving the keys to Aaron Rodgers was stupid. Secondly, the way they handled the Robert Saleh situation, all of it, Duck. They deserve all that they got and all that they're getting. And Aaron Rodgers will retire and be like, no big deal. But Aaron Rodgers has set the Jets franchise back 5 years, at least. I vaguely remember you saying what? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You guys are still going at it. 43 is the new 42. 43. I'm 43, mister. I'll be 44 in like 6 weeks, but I feel like I'm 65, 70 years old. Ain't gonna lie. Jason Peters retired. Seattle still seems to love him. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Uncle P cookies won't have hair in a few years. I'll always keep some hair. Although I used to shave my head way back in the day, like completely shave it. It's just a lot of work to do. But if my hair really got really bad, I would just pick my head again. For sure. It's actually a good look on me. We get it. Y'all lost when it mattered. Yeah. What? Joke's on you, Phil. The Jets have been 30 years back for 20 years already. That's true. See, at least you can make jokes, about your own team. You're 43. I swear I thought you were at least 45. Yeah. That's my line to a customer. When a customer says, I'm 44. I'm like, you don't look a day over 45. Or 43 or whatever. I make those jokes all the time, but I'm 43. I will be 44 in 6 weeks. I don't even know what day of the week my birthday falls on this year. Let me take a quick peek here. Will I be live on my birthday? Let's see if I'll be live on my birthday this year. We'll see if you guys have paid attention over the years and know when my birthday is. I will not be live. My birthday is on a weekend. There we go. Good. So I don't have to wake up early on my birthday for you guys. Like, dude, I do feel like I'm 85 sometimes. The camera adds a few years. It adds a few pounds, a few years, and a few of everything, K1. But I don't need the camera to add a few years. Just my daily life adds a few years on a regular basis, just so you know. But anyway, guys, it's time to start the wrap-up process here. It is Halloween. You know what? I'm generous. I'm a generous person. So for the final 5 minutes, I'm going to share the picture. So this is a little backstory to this Halloween costume. All right, guys? I love you guys. I'm going to share it anyway. All right? Little backstory to the Halloween costume. You got to have, I'm going to pull it off for a second. You got to have a costume to win. And it gets tough to be creative all the time. So we go to this party. My friend Manny and Lauren, they throw it every year. Thank God, not this year. I'm like, what are we going to be this year? Okay. I'm like, let's go dressed as the party host, Manny and Lauren. But my wife will get dressed up as Manny, and I will get dressed up as Lauren. Manny's from Mexico, lives here. Lauren's a very tall, blonde, big-bosomed woman. I'm like, I'll go as Lauren, you go as Manny. So here it is, me dressed up as a tall, big-bosomed woman. And the funny thing is, you can't see it in the picture. The fact is that I actually drew her tattoos on my arm. I shaved my chest as well for the picture, or for the costume, so that all my chest hair was taken out and wasn't showing. I didn't shave my beard. I will say that. Every single person that saw me, because I stole the glasses from her. Every person that saw me said, "Oh my God, you're dressed up as Lauren." So there you go. There's me dressed up as a woman. I've never been groped so many times in my life. With that, never. You may have to unsubscribe to that one. Yeah, I do make a beautiful woman, don't I? You shotgunned dressing up like a woman. Yeah, I did. Dude, I did. This was put together like on $5. Just so you know. Yeah. Oh man, guys. I had to share this with you guys. This is a fun one. But yeah, I won the Halloween costume that year. 100% won the costume contest without any problems. So there you go. I gave you a little something there. A little fun to end the show. Guys, I hope you all have a happy Halloween. I hope you have a great day, guys. Be safe if you're out with your kids trick-or-treating. Make sure you give out full candy bars like Barb. Be the cool house on the street, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Full Eagles versus Jacksonville Jaguars breakdown. We'll dive deep into it, keys to the game, etc. We will talk all the games as always. I hope everyone has a fantastic Halloween. I'm going to try to find a way. Don't know how to do it, but I want to find the opening intro video to my first Trending in the AM, just to see how far we've come with Trending in the AM over the years. Because tomorrow starts year 4. Year 4 of Trending in the AM starts tomorrow, which is just crazy. Which is just completely crazy that we're doing 4 years of this now. But with that being said, guys, it's time to end the show today. So with that being said, I am Phil Stiefel at Bearded Knowledge on all social media platforms. If you're watching this on replay, please hit that like and subscribe button. You can drop your comments. If you're watching this on replay, I apologize for the battle that's going on in the group chat here, because the chat really was a little out of control today. But yes, I appreciate that, Eric. I love this show too, man. And I love all of you. I love all of you. I do. But with that being said, guys, go Birds. And bubbles up to y'all.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep.